Hi, this is a quick video to give an introduction to our rigs. This one of the Devil is mostly finished now. So what we have here is, if I switch off these main controls, we've got the broad controls. So top one here moves the character around, and over on the right here we can switch on and off the proxies. So if we just switch on the NURB surfaces, we can see that this is what the character would look like. If you need your scene to run super fast, then it'll run the fastest in this particular mode, or if your computer can handle it, then we can run it in geometry mode like this. Then we've got most of these controls are pretty self-explanatory. So you've got this for moving the tail, and these can be either translated or rotated, your choice. Then you've got this one for moving the body, as shown earlier. We've got a stretch and squash feature on this one, like that, which is pretty cool. And we can move the body around. Notice that the eyes follow at every turn. And let's see, we've got this one here, which moves the middle of the stomach around, better for posing the back. You can move the arms around as you would expect, and I believe if we have a little menu that comes with the rig which will do an FK-IK switch, so it does a switch and puts the character in the... So this is an IK mode at the moment, and if we go to the TSM controls menu at the top and do FK-IK switch, it switches to FK and keeps the same position and sets keys where you need to proceed with that. Then what we have here is these are the base controls for the hair pieces, and they can be rotated around so that you can get follow through and all that kind of stuff. And this is the main control for the head, like that. Okay. Then over here on the right we've got quick selection sets for all the main sort of things. So you've got nose control. What's that one? That's the eye rotate. I would actually recommend that everybody uses the target. I should have it. Where is it? Okay, well I can select it from here anyway. There we go. And this is where the eyes will look to. So you move this around in space and the eyes will follow this. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. Now if we click on these two buttons here, we get different levels of control. So click on this one, you get the main controls. Just center that. And that allows you to do little things like this, pulling the mouth around and controlling the mouth like this sort of thing, and pushing and pulling. You can either rotate or translate all these sort of controls around, and these allow you to individually control the eyes if you want to. That will work on top of the target as well, so if you need to refine it. Notice as well that no matter what method you use for rotating the eyes, they will hit edges, so they won't disappear completely. If you keep turning it, they'll hit the edges of his eyes. We have some, if you go over to this control over here, these are pretty good for quick, short, sharp ways of getting around the face. So this is like the sync box. This one, if you leave these values at 0, this is kind of what the default face looks like. And you can get various different shapes, ooh, E, R, and all that kind of stuff out of it by moving that around. You've also got the corners of the mouth. Try not to move it too far. You'll notice that these all have little black boxes around them. If you go to the edge of the black box, then you'll get what is a pretty respectable shape that doesn't deform too much, but if you push it a bit further and go beyond the black box, You might sometimes want that extra range, but most of the time you'll probably break the character, so I'll leave that up to the animator to choose about that one. We've got jaw controls and lower lip controls and upper lip controls, so you push it up and he sort of sneers, you push it down and it just lowers the lip, or you can go left and right. Then we've got mouth controls, which kind of good for just talking and jumping. This is control over the tongue on the inside, so that's just for some subtle stuff like that. Let's have a look. Moves the tongue around and put that back to 0. Then we've got the eyelid controls. If you select them both at the same time, you can either just push them down to 1 and that closes the eyes, or you can move them left and right to choose whether you want to a bias of top or bottom. So say you go here, you might choose this is his sort of lazy lethargic look, or you put it here and this is the panicky and slightly up look. So you can move those around. You can also do those individually, obviously, or you just set them back to 0 to or should I say, is it 1? No, 0. Here we go. That sets it all the way back there. Then we've got eyebrow controls over here. So up and down, left and right. So for example, you can do that on his left eye and then that on his right eye. And then you might want to push his lids down like that. What are we going to go for? Ooh shape. And here's the cunning part though as well. I've only just started on this, but you can set things back to, you can mess around with predefined poses here. So we'll build these up a little bit more later, but for the time being we've got R-shaped, E-shape, ooh shape, and these just, you can set this to key it straight onto your timeline, so you can quickly go through setting up mouth shapes and all that kind of stuff. And that's the general gist of it at the moment. We've got some auto deformations going on in the arms, so that when you bend the arms they fatten out. Notice that as I pull that, the flesh fattens up nicely. There's a few other little bits of tricks we've got in the wrists to make them look good, but that's, you are not going to really notice that with any luck. It should just work. These are for moving the clavicles, so use that when you want to get a better shoulder shape. I think that's all the main controls. You've got the neck control here, and what else have we got? And that's the general gist of it for now. There's still a little bit more work to do on him, but for the most part he's kind of there. Thanks. Bye.